we can tell from your accent that you're not from around these parts. So tell us where you're from.
Just a small suburb outside of Toronto, Canada.
Okay, and some people might know this, but others who don't.
Mm-hmm.
You are a super international award-winning Elvis tribute act in your own right, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't. It's been a long time since I've done any type of competition, so it was part of my CV, I guess you could say, that everybody sticks to.
Right. Okay.
But yes, I've been fortunate enough. A few years back to win the competition in Memphis, Tennessee,
right.
and then, my gosh, that would have been a few years back, 2001 actually.
Okay.
And then I've just been predominantly touring the world in productions to Elvis all over the place. So I'm just fortunate enough to audition for Mr. Kenwright, and next thing you know, here we are. This is Elvis.
Well, that was one of the questions I was going to ask you. Did you actually have to audition?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So well, how much competition did you have for that? Do you know?
You know what? I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know. The Mr. Kenwright, who produced and directed the show, as well as a gentleman by the name of Larry Mansfield, who conceptualized the idea, they brought this is Elvis to life back in 2006.
Yeah.
And they wanted to, I guess, try it again. But this time they wanted an actor who performed Elvis Presley.
Right.
And then they wanted to see whether or not the gentleman who performed Elvis Presley could actually act.
Yes.
And so that's what they brought me in for.
Yeah, because it's quite different, isn't it, to, I imagine, doing your tribute act and then actually performing lines. You've got to learn lines to learn.
Yes, yeah.
So how did you find that?
Well, the lines, putting the lines up here, locking them into memory was one thing, but chewing gum and walking was a completely different. To have to deliver and get from A to B and remember what you're saying, and so what I had to kind of do was kind of relate it to music and songs, and because once something's locked in, as a song, you can walk all over the stage. In fact, you could possibly be thinking about what grocery you need to pick up right in the middle of a line and still be your mouth is still going.
Don't tell us that, because that spoils it.
No, but I'm not saying that I do that in the show, but you learn it as if it was the back of your hand.
Yeah.
That at any moment you can, and it doesn't matter what's thrown at you, that you'll be able to get it. So no, I don't mean like that. But, yes.
So is this the first sort of acting that you've done in a show?
Yes, yeah, very
so
much
how
so.
did you find the transition?
I've loved it.
I mean,
it's just incredible.
Theatre life is great, isn't it?
It is a lot of fun. Yeah. We see January the 8th, which was incidentally Elvis's birthday. I flew over to the UK, and we began January the 10th in rehearsals, and it was kind of rehearsal boot camp for 2 weeks. We did 3 weeks worth of rehearsals in 2 weeks, and Mr. Kenwright gave me a crash course in acting, and he directed me. Brilliant. And I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it.
And you've got an amazing ensemble, haven't you? The band. I was here last night, and I couldn't believe how talented the musicians are.
They're actors and musicians and vocalists.
Yeah, they have to do it all, don't they?
They do. It's so talented, and the music that they produce is so authentic. It just feels like the real thing. It's the real deal.
Because you must have had your own musicians when you do your tribute. So you've had to adapt to the musicians here, or they just know it.
Well, I mean, Elvis's music. I mean, you don't really reinvent the wheel in that sense, because you always have the same resource material.
Yeah.
I've had the pleasure of working with musicians across Canada, different musicians across Canada, United States, Australia, India, Hong Kong.
You've even played with people that Elvis played with.
Yes,
haven't you?
I mean,
Tell us who.
Jerry Sheff was Elvis's bass player in the 70s, late 60s, 70s, right through. The Imperials, which incidentally did all of his backing vocals for the majority of the Vegas years.
I think I saw them in Vegas.
And then,
Do
yeah,
they still play there?
there's the Imperials, yes, and J.D. Sumner and the Stamps, and I never had an opportunity to perform with the Stamps, but the Jordanaires, which were Elvis's original guys from the 50s, all the doo-wop stuff, Sweet Inspirations. I mean, it's just been, it's been such a great ride.
What's your favourite era?
This one, my 68, 69.
Because we should actually explain what the show is about, shouldn't we, really? We've been waffling on.
Well, This Is Elvis is a snapshot into Elvis's life at the age of 33. His career musically was spiraling a little bit out of control. It didn't really have much direction to it, because he would do a movie, and then the movie would come out with an EP, which was just a real short play album, 3 or 4 songs, and those songs weren't that great. And so it was just time that he did something. He needed to do something, especially with the impact of the British invasion. So 1968, it was just time that he did something. So the Colonel had this idea that NBC was going to present a Christmas special to Elvis, or with Elvis, and then everybody except for Elvis thought this was a great idea. And then Steve Binder, the director of the 68 comeback, what we call a 68 comeback now, is simply called Elvis.
It wasn't called that then,
It was just called Elvis, and presented by Singer Sewing Machines, actually. Oh. And yes, go figure. That's the sponsor that they used.
Random?
Yeah, I thought it was very random. And so then they decided, Steve Binder said, no, you need to do something that is going to put you back on top. And that's where our story begins.
Yes.
So it's a faithful reenactment. Thank you very much, of that 68 comeback special. And then you see Elvis being so supercharged and so excited that he wanted to get back out, get on the road and play music again. And he wanted to play with all the guys that he started with back in the 50s.
Yeah.
And the Colonel said, no, you're not going to be doing that. Ultimately, the Colonel said Vegas. And Elvis did not do well in 1956 when he first played Vegas, and he swore that he was never going to go back. So that's where we have that reenactment, and then we have the narrative. And then in our second half, the concert, the concert segment, but our audience is transported to the International Hotel,
it's like you're
Las
there,
Vegas,
isn't it?
Nevada, and that's it. So I mean, we have a beautiful musical and narrative that is bookended by 2 fantastic concerts, I guess you can say. So you get it all in a nutshell.
You do get it all. It's amazing. Now, I can't help but notice, because this is you, Steve, right now that I'm talking to, isn't it?
Yes.
But, oh my goodness, how much like Elvis do you look like already?
Thank you.
How much of that is like naturally you, or have you had to? Obviously, you grow the sideburns.
The sideburns, yeah. I mean, this is all. It's all me.
Did you dye your hair?
Oh yes. You have. Even Elvis had to dye his hair blue-black. Yes.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, he was in fact, as a youth, he had very, very fair blonde hair.
Yes.
And then he wanted to be like Marlon Brando, and so he dyed his hair black in the 50s, and it just stuck with him.
Yeah.
And
it was a good. It did him well.
It did it well. Yes, he did. Yes.
Yes. Now I like to do like a little quiz. He says, to find out how much the people that I chat to know about either their subject matter or the show that they're in. Are you willing to partake in this?
How many shots do I get? Yes, okay.
If you get them all right,
let's see.
I will buy you a special Southend Rossi ice cream.
Okay, well, I will have that. I heard that they're fantastic.
Don't get them right, you have to buy me one.
Okay, sounds good.
Fair?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm starting to sweat now.
Okay. Are you ready? Let's do this. Okay. You're going to get them all right, I know.
Call a friend. No.
How old was Elvis when he went to Memphis?
How old was he when he went to Memphis? So when he bought his...
Was it from a child? How old was he?
My goodness. See, you're going to stump me on the first one.
No,
Memphis. Now he was Tupelo, and then he moved to Memphis when he was a young man. But
18. I'll give you a clue.
You know what? 18.
13.
13. Look at that. Uh-oh.
I'm winning already. Okay, we'll carry on.
Okay.
What was Presley's first single on RCA, and when was it released?
Well, that would have been. The Heartbreak Hotel.
Yes.
1956.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, we're getting there. What's the name of the musical that tells the story of what happened at Sun Records?
Oh, well, it's a, yes, so that would be the $1 Million Tribute, or $1 Million Quartet?
Correct.
Yes.
Well done. Okay, how many British number ones did Elvis have?
Oh, for goodness sake. See, the difference is the British number ones and the Canadian and North American number ones are different.
You can tell me
So,
the Canadian one and I wouldn't
yeah,
know
no,
any
but
difference,
wow, you know what? How many? My goodness gracious. You know what? I'm going to have to say, what, 2? 1, 2, 12. It's okay.
21.
21. See, he had 30 number one hits worldwide, but he didn't ever go. So
we liked him.
Yes,
That's
we
good
did.
to know. Which movie did Elvis memorize every line to?
Love Me Tender. Yes.
No, that he's not in.
Oh, he's not in.
Yeah.
He's not in. I don't have a clue. Patton.
I've never heard of it.
That would have been, I think that's with George C. Scott or something. Sometime in the 70s.
How could you learn all the words to
I don't.
to a movie?
I have
mad,
no
isn't
clue.
it?
I do not have a clue.
Okay, you're definitely going to get this
Oh,
one.
yes, okay.
I know this one. What was Elvis's favourite sandwich?
Oh, peanut butter and banana,
Yes.
toasted with the crust cut off.
Oh, I didn't know the crust.
Well, see,
Oh.
okay, see,
There.
we just
I'm
working
gonna
in
give you
different
an added
areas.
point there for that one. That's my favourite sandwich as well, actually. So. What was the name of Elvis's pet chimpanzee?
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't know this.
I didn't even know he had a chimpanzee, a chimpanzee. No, I don't know.
Scatter.
There we go.
Apparently he was very naughty. So, okay, before he became famous,
Okay.
which musician broke into Graceland?
Before he became famous.
Yeah.
I
didn't know this.
Before the musician got famous, who broke into
Yeah, he's an American musician.
Tom Petty.
Kind of that era-ish. Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen.
Okay, you should get this.
Okay.
Or you might be in trouble with Mr. Kenwright. Okay.
Oh.
The producer of This Is Elvis
Yes.
is Bill Kenwright.
Yes.
But when he's not a theatre producer, what is he doing?
The myriad of different things, but he also is the owner of a football.
Do you know which club?
No, Everton?
Yes, well done. Okay, last one.
Yes.
And this might be harder than judging by the rest of the questions. Which Elvis film has the same name as a Sesame Street character?
Will be Tickle Me.
Yes.
Tickle Me Elmo?
Yeah.
See, there we go.
He's done it. See, I thought that would be the hardest one, and he nailed it. Okay, now I've worn you out. I better let you go.
Yeah.
You've got a show tonight.
I
You've got
do.
a show the rest of the week. You doing matinees?
We're doing a matinee, would be tomorrow as well as Saturday, and then we're finishing up on our very last show on of the entire run.
Yeah. So
Saturday
this
evening.
is your last chance to get to see Steve as
Yeah.
Elvis. So
Yes, it
get
is.
booking those tickets.
Thank you.
And thank you so much.
No, you're very welcome.
For chatting to me. I'm going to say thank you very much.
You got it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Looks like you're buying me an ice cream now.
Looks like I'm getting you.